All right, we are live with FusionCast episode 23. I'm your host, Fusion64, along with my esteemed pal, Rebel Blood 80. How you doing, sir?
What's happening?
It's another week, another Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
That it is.
And you know what we
A
do
f-
at 9 p.m. Eastern on every Thursday, except for last Thursday.
we play
We,
video
we
games?
play Vampire Survivors. How you been?
Good. How have you been? How was the vacation?
It was good. It was good. A week it sometimes doesn't last as long as you want it to.
Nope, not at all.
No, it goes by very quickly.
Yes. You should get 2 weeks.
You really, totally should. You need like a couple days to adjust while you're on vacation. I feel like.
Yes. A couple days to adjust when you get wherever you're going, and then a couple of days to adjust when you get back from wherever you've been.
Right. Totally. But
You need a bookend on your vacation.
yeah, definitely. I did play some video games while I was on vacation, though. Some. You've played some video games too, huh? Are you a new VR convert?
Well, you gave me some homework to do, and I'm afraid to say that I did not play anything since talking to you, but I did play something on VR. I played that shooting roller coaster game. What was it called?
Switchback VR.
Yes, I played that. That was cool, except for the moments of vertigo when you're going down the roller coaster really fast.
Oh man, that's not. Yeah, see, that's the baby. That's some baby VR stuff. Uh, you need to get in like a behind a race car or do like a third or a first person VR game.
I was going to, and I totally meant to do that, but I downloaded another little game that's kind of been consuming my time.
Uh oh.
I finally downloaded Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, let's reverse here, reverse course, and go back to the VR real quickly. Let's talk. We'll
Yes,
hit VR. We'll hit Baldur's Gate 3, but let's get your thoughts on VR. Since this is your first time playing VR, right?
it was. And I was worried that it was going to make me sick and I was going to puke all over your PlayStation controllers, but I did not. I actually enjoyed the time I spent with it. And I really need to give it something else a shot before I give it back to you this weekend.
You know what would be a good. Oh, I own it. It doesn't matter. So No Man's Sky. They just put out an update today. When No Man's Sky was on the original PSVR and it relaunched on PSVR 2, and I think it was pretty underwhelming. I didn't play it, but all the reports were that like it was not good looking, didn't look like a next gen game, and people were unhappy. And I guess in today's, I forgot what the update is. They put out like really big updates not all the time, but like what, once or twice a year.
No Man's Sky, yeah, they're continuing to update thing without charging people, right?
Right, totally, yeah. So today was one of their big updates, and it was like some of the stuff within there was like the PSVR, and I guess a lot of people are reporting that it's like a whole new game, and it's now went from like one of the worst looking PSVR 2 games to like one of the best now. And so this was the update that they finally fixed. And same with that Switchback game too. That launched and it was like really bad looking. And I don't know, just recently, a couple weeks ago, they put out an update that actually made it look good. Like, which is like upsetting. Like, oh, more unfinished games, even for VR. People are just putting shit out there without it being ready. And
Yeah, that being the only game I played. It looked okay, but
well,
it
it
didn't
looked
blow
really
my
bad. It
mind.
looked really bad when it was like really blurry and really low res, and it had like a lot of loading, more loading than it does now.
I was really amazed with the tech
Yeah,
behind it more than anything else.
yeah,
I really should give like another game or two a shot before I return it to you and delete the stuff off my hard drive.
right.
And if I have time, I think I will. Whenever you want it back, just let me know.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll try to do a little bit tomorrow night or something like that.
right. Well, if you will play it, I'll let you keep it for a little longer, but you got to play it. Don't tell me you're gonna play it and then I didn't get to. I was playing, some Ubisoft games and yada 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 and
Somebody's got to play the Ubisoft games. If I don't play them, who's gonna play the Ubisoft games?
well, I bought one. I haven't played it yet, but I did buy one. I think South Park Stick of Truth on Switch was on sale. I did end up buying that. I just haven't played it yet.
I bought one
Because
too
that is
while you were on
that is
vacation.
Ubisoft, right? Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's Obsidian, but
Right, but Ubisoft was the
Ubisoft.
publisher.
Yeah, that's a really good game. That's not an Ubisoft game. That's an Obsidian game.
Right. But yeah, I would say Gran Turismo, No Man's Sky, or maybe RE8, RE Village, or Walking Dead, really. But
Oh, well, I got what do I have downloaded? I've got Beat Saber downloaded,
oh,
and
you
I
gotta
think I
try
have Gran
Beats. You gotta do Beat
Turismo.
Saber. I would do. You know what? You're pretty safe with those two.
Yeah, I figured I would give those two a shot, and then I just have yet to sit down with them. Is
Right,
all.
right. But yeah, like my problem with that Switchback game is it's basically a first wave VR game, which it's like babies. It's an arcade shooting gallery. You kind of after a while in VR, you like it's a beginner VR game, so it's kind of doesn't really move the needle much for me anymore.
Right, and I booted that up because I didn't have to move around.
Right.
with
No,
it.
that's totally that's a totally a safe game for you to boot up. Like, yeah, I think you don't want to jump right into like No Man's Sky or something where you're moving around. And although you probably might not have as bad a time as this because the tech is better than with like if you had the first PSVR, you'd probably get sick easily off of that.
Possibly,
Yeah, totally.
but I'm also considering looking for what can you use a PSVR on PS5 for PS4 VR
No,
game?
no, there's no backwards compatibility because it's different tech, I guess. And yeah,
No, I understand you can't use the games, but can I use it on the PS5 for the PS4 games? Are you getting what I'm saying?
no, because it's different tech, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
yeah.
So, well, I still have my PS4 though.
I have a PS4 VR.
You do,
I still have it. Yeah, it's a hassle to hook up, but I still have it all.
but do I don't think I want to go backwards at the same time.
Yeah, it would be it. Yeah, it would be a tough sell probably. You're talking
But the
about
little bit I
loading.
played, I liked it.
Cool, good.
When I put the headset on and it made you do that scan the room thing, and the way everything came through, even though it was like black and white, it was like almost like X-ray vision. It felt like I had. That was really cool.
Yeah, they have like Guardian thing. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, this, I like this tech. This is cool.
It is.
And it just has me wondering, what would the Steam Vive, the HTC Vive experience be like? Because with that you have to have the cubes in the room.
Right. Yeah. There
The
is, but there
sensors.
is tech in this one that's not in like the newer Steam VR. I'm not sure I forgot what it was, but there is stuff that's in this that's not in the newer Steam one. Not saying it's
And-
totally better, but I forgot exactly what it was.
It was relatively easy to hook up. My wife tried to Google it while I was trying to hook it up because I was like, you didn't give me any instruction manuals or any idea on how to do it.
Yeah, just plugging it in.
Yeah, and I plugged it in and it wasn't working at first, and that's because I had to plug. What are the little hand things called?
Oh, the sense controllers.
Yeah, the sense control. I had to physically plug those into my system to get them to work. But when she looked it up, the first response that she got was, "You need a PlayStation Eye camera." I'm like, "You didn't give me a camera. What the hell?"
No, yeah, but
So, like-
PS4 one does require the camera too.
Yeah, all the information out there is still for the PS4 one, and I was like, that doesn't seem right.
Right. Sony really wants people to buy and play their VR because they put all the info out there for everybody. They're bad at marketing it.
They're bad at marketing it, and are they going to be bad at supporting it? Though,
Yeah, I
too?
think they are too. I think they are. I look at the recent like Bulletstorm trailer, and it's like I could think of a lot more different first-person shooters I'd rather have in VR than that game. Really,
Yeah.
And it sucks that Bethesda is now Xbox owned because they were a big supporter of PSVR 1.
Really? What'd they put out?
They had Skyrim. They had Doom
Oh,
VFR.
yeah.
They had a Wolfenstein Experience type game But yeah, Skyrim, Doom, VFR, and
All
I
those
feel
are on
like there was
PC though.
something else too. Yeah, I mean, totally. They were a PC. Even Fallout 4 is on PC, I believe.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards getting one for the PC. The only reason I would get one for PlayStation is the exclusives, but
Right.
if they're not going to support it, what's the point?
Right, you might just have. I don't know. Did RE7 ever come to PC VR? I don't know if it did or not. I think that might
I
be
don't
an
think it did.
exclusive. Yeah, so like, there's stuff that they paid for that didn't. Uh,
RE8's going to be an exclusive.
yeah, RE4 probably.
I don't know. RE4 exploded. They might want to port that to other VR
I mean,
because it did well on Oculus and stuff.
yeah, but I mean,
The,
oh yeah, that's true. That
the,
version's only
the
on
old,
that version's only on Oculus too. So I mean, I feel like they're just like, we'll make an exclusive VR if you're gonna pay for it, and I feel like Oculus paid for that, and PlayStation's paying for the new one probably.
yeah, probably.
So
I don't know, but just to buy it for that one game,
right, totally. Well, truth is, you're probably only gonna play one or two games on there, and it's gonna sit in a closet. It's like like it did for me.
right?
So
100%.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not like something I want to use every day, or maybe like not even once a week, probably.
But you could use it with that new controller.
Boom! Yeah, you bet. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh man,
We
we
are
gotta
gonna
talk
we
about
are
that.
gonna talk about that. I got some takes.
But enough VR talk.
Yeah.
Um, I'm, I'll play a little bit more this weekend if you give me this weekend with it.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
And I'll get it back to you next week, and I'll have more to say because
Okay.
I'll definitely try out Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
Meaning I'm still gonna have to use your account.
that's fine.
Okay.
We'll get to that. Why that's okay here in a second.
And yeah, what else were you playing?
We'll get to Okay, I'm having trouble like getting into anything on PS5 right now. Nothing's sticking. Nothing is sticking.
Is
Uh,
that because you're in love with your Switch?
I am that maybe, but I'm just nothing sticking really. I tried going back to. Okay, I fired up Elden Ring because I had previously bought that and downloaded it, and like I said, I've never played it, and I think I lasted an hour before I deleted it.
Really?
I just wasn't feeling it. I'm like, I don't know, and I have a hot take. There's too many Souls like games out there. Too many of them. We got to cut them down. There's way too many of them now.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's too many of them. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact.
there's a lot of them. Yeah, right?
Yep.
Sure, fine. But there's not that many good ones, let alone great ones.
Well, they're flooding the market, and it's taken away from the really good ones.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to see a good one from a bad one.
We got the Lords of the Fallen. We got those Neos. We got all of the what Souls ones that From makes. Then we got this Pinocchio game. We got Wulong. What was the other one that came out earlier? Wulong. What was another one that came out? I believe earlier in the year from was it a Chinese one company?
Oh, I don't
There
know. You
was.
ain't got to play all those, though, man. You just got to play Elden Ring.
Yeah, nah. I don't want to. I didn't want to wander around a map and like not get anywhere. And there's no really story that sucked me in, and I don't care for the gameplay. And maybe it was just me, and I'm just like not finding anything. But like, yeah. And then I downloaded Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and maybe that's stuck, but it's not
could have told
great.
you that was a bad idea.
I've got 19 hours in the game. I just never
Really?
finished it. Yeah, I mean it's worse Borderlands.
It looks like worse Borderlands.
It is worse Borderlands. It's got the guns are much worse than in Borderlands. So is the loot. The story's worse. I mean, I found it enjoyable somewhat for the first like 10 hours I was playing it, and then I'm like, and I just never went back to it. I got 19 hours total, and I looked at my counter, and I was able to stomach it for like a good hour or so last night, and I just played it probably because I was being stubborn, and I was trying to have something hook me, and I don't know. I know where I'm going.
That was a bad choice. Because even
I think I just wanted something
every
shooty.
Borderland game is fun for like 20 minutes, and then it gets
There's too much.
boring
There's too
and
much micromanaging of the loot. It's like, oh, I gotta look at okay, what's these numbers? Okay, and it's these numbers, and it's like, and it's like the loot's like these three numbers are higher, but these two numbers are way lower. Do I want this gun? I don't know. It's got really bad accuracy, and it's like, oh man, it just gets annoying.
the comedy doesn't even hit anymore.
No. But I mean, the thing was, I was looking, I was like, man, I don't need to play shooter. I need a shooter. I'm getting all this Starfield talk. Halo, people are liking Halo. I want to play a shooter on PlayStation. PlayStation 5 needs better shooters. It needs more shooters. It needs exclusive shooters.
They do, especially with them losing Call of Duty here in the future.
Well, they're not losing Call of Duty.
10 years or whatever when that contract runs out.
Nah, they won't. They won't lose it. I mean, that I'm not even worried about 10 years. I'm worried about now. But they're gonna. I think they're gonna end up losing a lot of this Bethesda shooters. So.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Right. But like
next Wolfenstein won't be on there. Doom definitely won't be on there.
Yeah, Quake. Or well, I don't know. Quake has been everywhere. All these Quake reboots have been everywhere. So remakes or not remakes, remasters. So I'm wondering if the new Quake will be multi-plat. But it would be pretty smart to have like put all these Quake remasters out for everything, and then like, oh, the new next Quake exclusive. That would be the smart. That would be the smart thing to do. We'll see. But yeah, I've been looking for a shooter and just nothing stuck. And then I tried to play Elden Ring. And I don't know. I think probably because like all I've heard is so much praise for Elden Ring. And maybe I'm just tired of the Souls formula. And maybe it's just like my like inner like, yeah, this game's not as great as everybody says it is. And I don't know. But
it's better than everyone says it is.
And it's not a game thing because I've been playing the hell out of Splatoon still. I love it. It's my favorite. Maybe I should just keep playing that, and it's my favorite shooter. But Vampire Survivors, here's my number 2 statement of the podcast. I was wrong. Vampire Survivors is much better than Brotato.
I knew you would come around. Did you even get all the DLC for it?
I did. I bought it all. Yeah, I bought everything. I had it preloaded, waiting for it to release on Switch.
Less than $10 to buy everything.
While I was on vacation, and yeah, I'm like, this game is absolutely incredible. It's so fun.
Yes.
Streaming it now.
That's all I could say is yes.
It's so damn good. It's so addictive. I think Brotato gets like a little bit more fun faster, maybe because like you've got the runs are broken up into levels, and I think it doesn't take some of the 30-minute levels take a lot longer to get going in Vampire Survivors. But once you start hitting that like end game of a level, it's awesome.
Things start to pick up too when you start investing in curses and stuff like that to increase enemy amount and health.
Gotcha. That's what I was like, why would you do that? But then, yeah, obviously that makes sense because the game obviously is starting to get a little easy for me now. So I guess I didn't even think about that. That like will make it more interesting. I like Imelda. I'm an Imelda fan.
I don't know them by names, just by their
She has
weapons.
no magic weapon, their magic wand.
Oh, that's easily one of the weakest weapons.
I know, but I like her though. I like her. And I like the Poe, the guy with the garlic. I like the garlic. I think my favorite weapon, obviously though, is the Bible.
Oh, looking at your screen now, you've got a long way to go. There's way more things for you to unlock.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And have you done any fusions yet?
I don't understand that. Like, what is it, like, or when it says the you unlock, is it a fusion or is it like
but with a certain item combination?
Yeah, how do you put the combinations though? How do you evolve those?
You need to know them.
I know. Well, I know some of them. I know it'll say like this when this evolve. But how do you do that then?
Okay, you don't understand that.
Yeah.
So you got to max out your weapon that you're trying to evolve, and then you got to pick up a box, and it could be one of the rewards in the box.
I mean, like a treasure chest or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
One of the boss monster.
And then
treasure chest drops.
Say if it's like the Bible and the Bible and the freaking garlic are evolved to something. So if I max out the Bible, then I get the garlic. Then that's the evolution or whatever.
No, it's just one.
I just had it. Damn it.
It's one weapon, with one of your accessory items.
Oh, okay.
Like the combination's always the same. You have to pick up the both particular items, weapon and item. Like this spinach you just picked up,
Yeah.
you also got to pick up that. Well, you have the fire wand. Now you got to max out the fire wand, and then defeat a boss, get the treasure chest. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Or should I just stream it and show you?
I got you. I got you. All right, I'll just look at a YouTube video.
Show you some high level Vampire Survivors play.
Oh yeah, but this game is like one of the best games like I played in a long time. It just fucking it's so awesome.
And you're playing it on the new engine too.
Yeah.
The new game engine,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
So yeah, I have played more Brotato too. I do like the game. I think the difference is like an 80 would be like an 85 and a 93 maybe or something like that would be like they're both really awesome games. I think just Vampire Survivors is much better.
There's too many Vampire Survivor games out there now.
What other ones are there?
Oh, there's a bunch of them on PC.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. I'm going to go on a rant on PC gamers here shortly.
Okay.
So I'll bite my tongue for now, but not for long. So yeah, I played a ton of that on vacation, Vampire Survivors, Splatoon, and one other game. But we'll let you get to Baldur's Gate 3.
No, I'm gonna leave that for last
okay.
here.
All
Actually,
right.
was that all that you played?
I played some Bayonetta 3.
How do you like that?
I like it. What is your history with the Bayonetta franchise?
I played and beat the first one on 360. Thought it was freaking amazing. I own the remaster on Xbox and PC, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back and play it. And it's a little rough to go back to the first one.
Yeah.
And I own the second one on Switch. You know, I gotta find it for my Wii U. Actually, I gotta buy that. That's one of the games I want for the Wii U. I got part 2 on the Switch, and I haven't played that much of it, so I don't really have an opinion on 2. But I liked what I played. It seemed a little bit more modern.
Yeah, it is. I played them both back to back because I never played the original Bayonetta on anything other than Switch, and then I played Bayonetta 2, and I like Bayonetta 2 better. Probably because it's more colorful and it is a little bit more modern. And even
going back to the remaster, it looks like a 360 game.
Right. It's got the brown and there's no less color, but I think they're both awesome games. Maybe a little. I don't know if they're a little overrated. Maybe I don't know, but they're awesome games. One thing that bothers me and stresses me out about the franchise is the grading. The grading, like you get the grades, and I'm like, oh man, I suck. I want to be better, and it's like, oh yeah, you suck. Yeah, you're not great. You got a silver, or even like, I'm happy when I get a gold. I don't get many platinums, but yeah.
So you're saying you don't like Devil May Cry 5?
I played Devil May Cry 5, but I don't remember. Like this one grades like the verses. You get it's not just a level grading. It's like there's a level grading, but there's like chapters in each level called verses in Bayonetta. So
yeah, I do remember that, and that kind of sucks, especially when you got a couple good chapters in a row, and then you got like one bad one, and you're like, oh, God.
You got one bad one, or you miss some because like some of them are like. You beat a verse and then you got to go back in the level to find another verse, and it's like, dude, so
like a hidden verse.
Yeah, and it's like, oh god, dang it.
It
stresses me out. It stresses me out. I would much rather enjoy it if the grading wasn't in it. That's just me. I'm sure like high level players like it. It stresses me out.
You should not go back to Devil May Cry 5 then, because it's even worse than that. Even though it's not by a chapter like that, the music only gets really good when you're performing at like an A to S tier, like in between there. The higher your combo gets, lyrics start to kick in the song, and it gets a little bit heavier. I think more instruments might come in if I'm remembering. I could be misremembering that, but yeah, it's like ever present in that game when you're doing bad. Which kind of sucks because the soundtrack is awesome in that game.
Is that in Nier too?
No, Nier's music is just amazing.
No, is the grading in Nier too?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. I need to play that.
There might be like achievements for like hitting 200 hit combos or something like that, but that's easy to do.
So Bayonetta 3 is basically you're in the multiverse basically. That's basically what it's about. And this
Multiverse.
this entity is going around destroying universes. And
Oh,
so
that sounds like another game I played.
it's
Go ahead.
it's good. It's not good visually looking. I think it probably tries to do too much. The levels are like a lot more open because one of the new powers is Bayonetta has like these giant creatures that you can call out during battles. And like it's basically on your magic, you call them out. Bayonetta kind of just sits to the side. Then you control these monsters. Like one of them is like this Madam Butterfly, this giant lady, witch lady. Another one's like this big like Godzilla like monster. And so the levels are a little bit more open. And yeah, it doesn't look great. Viola, the new character, is a little cringy or some of her stuff, but she's pretty neat. Overall, I do like the game. I think I'm like 6 or 7 levels in. So
Is it tamer than the first game? The second game seemed a little bit more tame from the first game.
I think this is a little more tamer. Yeah, much tamer.
Okay,
I mean,
I thought that would
even
be
comes
coming.
with like a tame mode, like where you can like, it doesn't show like any.
Skin.
Yeah,
That makes sense because Nintendo is publishing it after all.
right. They published 2, and 2 had some stuff in it, but it's not nearly what 1
The
was.
first one.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I like it. I'm definitely gonna finish it, and then I think I'd like to go back and play Bayonetta 2 again to see which one I like the most.
It would be nice if that game could come to PC. I would love to play 2 and 3 on PC because I'm worried about breaking my Switch when I play games like that.
You got a Pro controller?
I've got an
Oh, you got the
8-bit.
8-bit. Use that. You won't break
Yeah,
it.
I don't play games docked though.
Oh, well, you should.
Well, yeah, I should.
That's part of
But
what the Switch does. Hence
yes.
hence the name Switch.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, see?
Oh wow, you switch from playing in your hands to playing in your TV. Okay, I see what
Right.
Nintendo did
Yeah,
there.
see?
Get the hell out of here.
So yeah, I'd like to go back and finish 2. I mean, these are like games I would totally like to master. Like if I only had Switch was my only console, wish I could pull that off in like my head. I could do that, but I can't, and that would be something like I'd like to play.
Yeah, I gotta play 2 and I gotta get 3. I really gotta. I've got to. I think I want to do a complete Wii U collection because there was only like 203 games released for it, and I've got like 6.
Yeah,
So I'm like halfway there. And
nice.
I have a feeling Bayonetta 2 is going to be super expensive. I got one of the more expensive games already, actually.
Yeah,
I got that game made by the
Devil's.
Xeno.
Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
I always forget the
nice.
name of it. I confuse it with the name of the other ones. Yeah, I actually pre-ordered that game.
Oh wow,
I have not beaten it. That game is massive.
solid.
It's impressive what they did on the Wii U with that game.
It is, yeah.
It's impressive what they do with the those games on the Switch.
Right, totally. So that's all I've been playing in my 2 weeks off
That's quite a bit.
since last we talked. That is quite a bit. We had a week
Yeah.
where it was just Switch, so it's a lot of heavy Switch play.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, totally not. How about you?
I played a little bit more Pikmin myself. You didn't get a chance to play that,
no, I
did you?
didn't. Yeah, because I didn't play it. I didn't get to play it as much as I wanted to on vacation, and I was like, and that's a big game, so I'm like, I'll play Bayonetta, and I didn't even get finished with that. So
You should stream yourself playing Pikmin 4.
stream myself playing.
Yes.
All
Stream you playing with your Pikmin.
right, let's talk about Pikmin. How we feeling about it?
I haven't played much of it
Okay.
because other stuff is getting in the way, and my Switch is like my before bed system. I kind of like lay in bed and play my Switch with those Hori controllers.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I suppose I could play Bayonetta with that Hori controller because those things
Oh, yeah.
are pretty decent.
They are. Yeah.
pretty meaty.
Right.
Don't think I'll break them, but yeah, I haven't played too much. I played a little bit more. Fully completed, I think like 2 of the maps, and it's a good game. I got to get back to it. I just go to bed and I'm too tired to turn on my Switch.
Right.
But I'm gonna keep at it. Maybe this weekend I'll play a little bit more.
No.
I don't know. There's too much on my plate.
No, you're not playing anymore. You got to play some PSVR 2.
Well,
Play
I'll play
PSVR 2 in
PSVR.
bed.
Yeah, I could do that. Wife might get mad when I start jumping up in the air and swinging the controllers
Right.
around.
Yeah, probably.
I'm on the roller coaster. I'm trying to jump out. But I've been playing some other games.
Okay.
I too booted up Vampire Survivors to see what the new game engine was like. You can only tell subtle differences.
Yeah.
Which is good, I think. It means that they didn't destroy anything, right?
That's good. Yeah. That's always good.
And I'm enjoying that. I got that on the Switch too, just because it's so cheap. Everybody needs to get that game.
It's so cheap.
Everybody
should
needs...
buy Vampire Survivors. Everybody. It's a must play. It's a must own.
Yeah, with the way games are increasing in prices nowadays, that's
it's the ultimate bang for your buck.
Oh hell yeah, it is. Even with all the DLC, I'm surprised Nintendo didn't have a all-in-one pack.
Right, totally.
On sale, but it is on sale on the Switch right now.
Yeah.
Like each one of the downloads is like $1 or something off, which ain't bad.
No, that's a good price.
Beyond that, I was able to get a copy of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. That's a bad game.
Oh God, and we know you love bad games. We know you effing love them.
I do, and it's an Activision game that's no longer available. And yeah, it's a game.
It's a game. Okay.
Yeah, it's a game. That's what.
All right.
I played and beat with a buddy of mine, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, you know what? I was just playing that 2 nights ago with my son.
Yeah, it's really good. Like the whole game through.
We died fighting the I don't even forgot what the guy's name is. Like he's like a robot towards the end game, like 12th, 13th level or something like that. I totally forget what his name is. He looks like a robot Shredder almost.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. But that game is awesome.
Only like 2 hours long or something like that playing through it, so it's not that long, but it was a lot of fun. There's also a friend of mine that I haven't hung out with in a while, so it was a lot of fun to play that. Yeah. Unlocked Casey Jones.
How do you unlock him? Do you beat the game? You unlock him?
Yeah, you just get him when you beat the game.
All right, nice.
And you know what? I could play this game with you and your son because it's got crossplay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do that.
Every game needs crossplay.
Totally.
It was amazing because I was on my PC and he was on his Xbox and we were able to play no problem.
Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, we should.
All you do is...
I'll have to text you next time we boot that up. We can actually beat the game or something.
Yeah. Just jump in a Discord chat like we are now.
Yeah, totally.
And still chugging along on Sunset Overdrive. Still, I think this game is
very underrated.
Highly underrated.
Yep.
Extremely underrated. Even with all the problems that it has on PC. Man, I played a lot of games because it's been 2 weeks.
It has.
Yeah. Look at everything I played. I'm like, man, I played a lot, but I was like, no, we didn't do a podcast. Well, we did do a podcast.
Yes. You didn't play enough PlayStation VR, obviously, but you were playing busy playing other stuff.
Right. Well, a lot of the stuff I played on my lunch and stuff, too.
Oh, okay.
So.
There you go. Okay, that's fair.
I don't want to
just work with the VR headset on in like.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just do that pass through vision mode.
Right. Totally.
Yeah, that won't get tiring at all.
No, not at all.
We wound up watching. You and I, we should do a podcast in the future, or at least a video on video game movies.
Okay.
Because I know you've seen a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Need for Speed one?
I think very little. I don't think I know I've not seen all of it, very little. With Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah. Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
Bitch. It was decent.
Really?
I actually liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I had Need for Speed Heat installed, so I booted that up, and that game's not good.
Okay.
It's just average. It's an average arcade racing game.
Okay.
But I watched Need for Speed and I felt like I
Oh,
had a
there you
need
go.
for
You had the Need
speed.
for Speed.
Yeah, but I wasn't very fast because I got just starter cars. Also played me a little Scarlet Nexus. Have you played that game?
I have not.
You should check that game out. I know you're kind of like hit or miss on JRPGs, right?
Yeah, totally.
This one is all action orientated,
Okay.
and it revolves around your character using telekinesis.
Okay.
So you run in, not exactly like a platinum style game, but you run in and you've got a couple hit combo that you could do with like your sword, or the other character you could select kind of throws these cards, and it's a little flashy, but not as flashy as platinum games. And then you have on your trigger, the right trigger, or what's it called on PlayStation?
R2.
R2, that's right. Or on R2, items in the environment you'll pick up with your telekinesis and fling them at the enemies. It's really cool. It's got really awesome combat. I highly recommend that.
Oh,
And then,
nice.
yeah, we're down to just a couple more here, and then we'll get into some news. I downloaded a little game, which might be my new crack. I don't know. Called Cookie Clicker.
I've heard of this before.
Yeah, it's good. You don't do anything in it.
I've heard of this.
You basically turn the game on and it plays itself.
Interesting. Sounds
You
wonderful.
come back. Yeah. You come back and you buy a couple upgrades with the money that you earned while you're away from your computer or phone or whatever, because I think it's on phones too.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. You just wait and buy, wait and buy.
Okay.
And then
So you really didn't play it.
no, I didn't. But I don't know. It's kind of it's easy to have on in the background while I watch YouTube videos.
Okay.
Right? Or I could get up and go mow the lawn or something and leave it playing and then come back and I actually accomplished something while not playing a game by playing the game.
There you go.
Yeah. One of the big things, the real reason that I did not play any VR is I played a whole hell of a lot of Remnant 2.
Really?
Yes. 40 plus hours and I have beaten the campaign.
Oh, nice.
It is fantastic.
Another
And
Souls-like game.
Loosely.
Loosely, yeah.
It's got a dodge roll and stamina,
Yeah.
but then it has guns.
But it has guns though, so that might actually click maybe with me.
That might be the itch
It might
you're
be.
looking to scratch.
It might be.
It does not have crossplay, unfortunately, but it is a fantastic game. Story, I don't really know much because it's that Dark Souls hidden in the environment kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
Basically, there's bad guys. There's a multiverse. You're jumping from multiverse to multiverse, fucking shit up, defeating bosses, getting gear, upgrading gear, end a game, roll new game, keep going.
Well, I'm glad one of us has played this.
It's really good. Really good gun combat. Really good melee combat. Well, pretty good melee combat, I should say.
I should eventually give this a shot, probably.
Yeah, it's got a really awesome class system. And one of the last two games I'm going to get into, I can't say much about it because it just came out today.
Oh, I was going to say
played
Starfield.
about
I thought you got a hit code for Starfield, so you were under embargo. You couldn't say.
No, I'm that guy on the internet that went out and got a physical copy. No, I'm not that guy. Please don't come after me, Bethesda.
Your account's
You heard about that, right? Though the guy
banned
that
his account and stuff.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't read that much. I just
yeah,
read
that just happened
that
today.
some dude got a physical copy, recorded it with a phone, and put it out there, and everybody's like, "This game looks like shit."
Yeah, no, one of the guys that did it, like, who's been posting a bunch of leaks, I guess he's getting his account banned and like he's in trouble.
Yeah, don't play video games early.
Yeah, right, totally. Serious crimes.
Do the time. Wasn't that like from Dare when we were kids?
Right. Yep.
Do the crime, do the time,
Yep.
or something like that. I don't know.
Basically.
Stupid shit. Armored Core 6, Fires of
Oh,
Rubicon.
wow.
It looks pretty. It feels really good.
Yeah.
It
Is it
is an
another
amazing
Souls-like
mech
game?
making. No, not at all.
No. It's a
Not at
Souls-like
all.
mech game, no?
No, it's just made by From Software.
Oh,
But people are not going to like it because it's
it's not a Souls-like
not
game?
a Souls game, right? So it's going to suffer that other effect of it.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll like it then.
Possibly.
I have no interest
I
in
also
this game
foresee
whatsoever.
it getting lower reviews because it does feel like it might be a little difficult for these pansy
Reviewers?
video game reviewers. Yeah. I already saw one from IGN, which was like, "Oh yeah, I really like the game, but it has no story." Well, it seems like they didn't go looking for the story.
Oh, boy.
In order to get the full story, from what I understand, you got to play and beat the game 3 times, and you get additional missions unlock each time you beat the game, and you can select different.
Well, they don't have time for that. They got a deadline they got to meet to get this review out.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's why, yeah.
That's their problem,
right,
not mine.
right,
I don't.
yeah. That's why reviews are dumb.
I only gave the video a click because I had time to kill,
Oh.
and I wanted to see what they had to say. But yeah, so everybody that I watch on YouTube is in love with the game. I played an hour something of the game. I'm in love with the game.
Well, that's good. That's all that matters.
The final game, which I think will also lead us into some news,
Ooh.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Finally took the plunge.
Well, I've owned it forever, right? I've had it since it was in early access.
Oh,
I
did
just
you?
haven't installed it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually sold a computer chair and used that money to buy the game.
I've heard that the game gets buggy and not as good in like the second and third act.
I'm not even there, and it's a little buggy now. I don't think the game is as good as everyone says it is.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's
10 out of 10.
no,
Right.
nowhere near that.
Yeah.
There's little things that I notice where your character doesn't talk, right? You have a silent protagonist, but your character will narrate what's going on. At least I think they do. Because I have a female character and the narration is female. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the same narrator no matter what you choose. And it's supposed to be like a game master or something. I'm doing air quotes here. Game master narrating stuff. I don't know. I have a feeling that it's my character narrating inner thoughts, but your character never talks to NPCs. And during conversations, some serious shit will be going down. And the facial animations are really weird. Sometimes something really bad's happening and my character's got this like smile on her face and it's just like way inappropriate. And it's severely lacking in tutorials, which is odd for me to say because I'm usually like, oh, a game doesn't need tutorials, but there's so much going on in this game that it needs to tell you some things. Like, I didn't understand camping at first until I started hitting buttons. I didn't understand how to use... I drank a potion that gave me the power of flight. I didn't understand how to use that until reloading the game 3 times after drinking the potion 3 times. I finally figured out where my fly button was. It's not as good as everyone's saying, but it is a really good PC game. I did play it a little bit with a controller. I feel like it's going to suffer on consoles.
Right. Oh, for controller?
Yeah, because you're losing the entire functionality of a keyboard
Oh, boy.
in favor of a controller.
Right.
Yeah, I
Well, soon...
don't think it should be as hot as it is, which is sad because I really like CRPGs, these type of games, right? It's I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's a little woke, but not offensively.
Uh-oh. Maybe that's why it's got those high review scores.
It could be.
Oh, boy.
I kind of have a problem with every single party member trying to jump my pants.
Oh, boy.
Like, that just doesn't seem... I mean, maybe that's not the case. I don't have all the party members, but everyone that I have is all, like, giving me the googly eyes and is like, hey, what are you doing later?
It's not traditional values. Yeah, I want to be married first.
I don't need traditional values, but I don't need an orgy going on in my fantasy role-playing game.
Right. Oh man. Such a prude.
Yeah, I'm a prude. But I'm gonna continue it to the end because it's a lot of fun to play it.
Yeah, I have zero interest in this game. Zero interest in this game.
Even with as much as it's blowing up,
No,
like it
zero,
is.
none.
I had to install it because
Negative
everywhere I look,
interest.
all I see is this game and everybody talking about it and how fantastic it is, and I don't think it's that fantastic.
Negative
But
interest.
it has brought up a lot of talk.
Yeah.
These developers coming out and saying you should not expect good games, basically,
Oh man.
is what some of these developers are saying.
Yeah, it's too much. And yeah, I mean, I guess
And
obviously the game is kind of buggy. So like, I think it, like you said, I think the review scores are like, I think a lot of the reviews were rushed, and a lot of the praise was rushed. From what I'm hearing, is like the back half is kind of buggy, and I'm oh, the game is probably more in line with a lot of other games. I guess the game is really deep, is what a lot of people are saying. So
mechanics upon mechanics upon mechanics.
yeah,
That's why I'm saying it needs some sort of tutorial, or if there is somewhere for me to look up how to do this stuff, I don't know where it is
and
in the
I don't know.
game.
I don't know if like mechanics upon mechanics upon mechanics sounds enticing to me. Give me a couple mechanics that work really well and really well, and that's all I need.
Well, that's just generally CRPGs
Yep, not interested.
are a ton of mechanics
Not interested.
that all work with each other, but this one's just got way more than those even
Yeah.
generally do. Like, I could summon a spectral hand, and it's invisible to everything, and I could send it out to hit buttons and stuff like that to turn off traps. Or, yeah, I could totally screw myself like I did yesterday, where I see a box, and my character's not strong enough to jump the gap to get the box, so I send out the hand. The hand can pick up the box and move the box, and I moved the box into a location where I couldn't get it after I figured out I had a potion of flying. So now the box is just like stuck in limbo, and I'll never know what's in there.
Oh man.
And then it has a couple other mechanics that I'm not a big fan of, where it has dice rolls,
Yeah.
and if you fail the dice rolls, I would hope that there would be different outcomes, but so far, like, every serious dice roll fail is, I'm gonna go get the guards, and then my entire party's either in jail or fighting the guards. Like,
That's why people keep save scumming. I believe you hear online, people are save scumming to win their dice rolls or something.
which takes away from the game. I'm
Right.
trying not to do that. If I lose a dice roll, I'm fine, but if I lose a dice roll and then the person runs off and my whole party winds up dead because the entire village is attacking me, I'm reloading the game anyways because I'm dead, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound exciting to me.
It was the first couple of times, and I don't know, it's just getting a little repetitive because I ran into this little kid. He was a thief, right? He was like a little child thieving guild in this cave, and apparently I pissed him off, and he was all, "Wow, I'm gonna go tell the guards what you did." And then some of the guards were pissed at me because the little thief kid told him that I did something wrong, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's no way this would play out like this. This kid needs to be stopped, even though my character's a thief. That's why the kid got upset, is because my character was a thief, and I'm like, I'm not doing shit for you, kid.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I don't know.
Are you excited that
I
it's
think
coming to
there's,
Xbox?
That's the next bit of news I was going to get into. I think the game has too much. One final thought here. I think the game has an illusion of choice, but there's really not that much choice in the game. I think if you do a couple playthroughs and break it down, you'll see that, like, you're guided one specific way, which is probably good or evil, no middle road, which is what I was hoping for. I was hoping that there was a middle road I could ride out.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that's actually huge news. Do you know why it's huge news?
Because Microsoft is throwing the Xbox Series S in the garbage?
No. It's actually huge news because they're stepping away from the parity.
That's what they're doing. They're just saying, okay, we surrender. The Series S is going in the garbage. It can't do it.
No, they didn't say that. They just said that they're not going to force game companies to make the game
which
for.
sucks because, I mean, obviously not this feature isn't that big of a deal, but like they should have. It's an admission.
Well,
of
it's still
fault.
coming to Series S.
It is.
It's just
It's
not
just
going to
that
have
feature.
the split screen.
Totally. But they should have. They kind of screwed up and should have put more RAM into it in the Series S or memory, whatever it is that's holding it back from having issues with certain games.
Whatever it is.
Yes,
just,
they should have put more in it.
Yes, put a turbo in there.
Yes, turbocharge it. I mean, I guess it's good that it's good that the game's coming out on the console. I don't think that this doesn't seem like a huge split screen game to me, but
You know what though? It's the right decision to make because if they're forcing the Series S version to do everything the Series X version does, then it's going to limit what the Series X version can do and hold it back, right?
But everybody at launch said that wasn't going to hold this generation. It wasn't going to hold the Series X back, and those people were all wrong.
Yeah, they were. I wasn't one of those people. I knew it was going to hold it back.
I got to go back and check the receipts. All those people were wrong.
Lucky for me, we weren't podcasting then. But yeah, those people were wrong.
They were 100% wrong. It
and
sucks for Series S.
Microsoft's making the right decision here. It doesn't really suck for them
this
unless...
one doesn't, but it is a slippery slope of, the next big game that's like, oh, we're having trouble with this feature on Series S. Well, hey, you let Baldur's Gate do it. Well, we don't want to skip. It's a possible slippery slope.
Scrap the whole Series S version.
Or like an actual feature that somebody might use. Skips.
Right.
So. But
yeah, I think it's
overall,
a good thing.
It's a net positive that it's finally coming. It's going to come to the platform.
Yeah, because I think I heard a good quote today. I don't remember who said it, so don't hold me accountable.
Probably an Xbot.
But no, this was somebody. Xbox, because of that feature, was basically giving Sony free wins.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it turns out they made a bad decision with.
Again.
I guess two wrongs don't make a right, but. I mean, it started to highlight problems with the Series S, basically.
Yeah, I think the Series S still has a place.
It is good. I'm almost thinking about getting one, to be honest with you, as like a secondary system.
Yeah, I've got one in the bedroom, and it's great for in there because I don't have a 4K TV in there. Just a 1080p TV.
Right.
And know what the system could do and what you're buying.
Yeah, but most people don't. Like with our next topic, people will not know what they're buying with this, and that is the PlayStation Portal.
Oh, God. The PSP.
The PSP, baby. I was actually pretty pumped yesterday about this thing.
Really?
Yes.
I was pumped when we were talking about it coming out and being like $130, and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's like going to take the place to Switch."
I would like it if it was less money.
$200 is too much.
It's probably too much.
Nobody's
It's probably too much.
You're gonna buy it.
Have an audience. I don't know. The DualSense Edge is like one of their best has been like the best selling accessory in the US for many months.
Right, and I would like one of those.
So
as well.
I don't know, but
that would have a use for me because it's working with my PS5 in the same way that me just buying a secondary controller would work. It's just a better controller, right? This is a very specific use. You're not going to get extra functionality in different games from it.
Well, you're not going to get different games, but that's part of the plus is that you don't need to get different games. Where that's part of the plus where it's like, man, I want a Steam Deck, but I'm not in the Steam ecosystem.
But you can't leave your house with it.
If you got somewhere that has good Wi-Fi, you can. It is not at home. It's not only home. It is remote play anywhere.
Right, which means you're streaming from your system across whatever Wi-Fi you can get. It's not going to work that nice.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, it's going to be my big problem with this thing is like it's a $200 and it might work. I don't know. You never know. It may or may
Yeah, for
not
an
work right.
extra $300, you get a system that you could play anywhere with the Steam Deck.
I don't want. Yeah, but I don't want that. You're not listening though. I'm not in the Steam ecosystem, and if you're in the PlayStation ecosystem, being in the Steam ecosystem as well is not.
But you're in the Nintendo ecosystem and you already have
I'm
a portable
already.
device.
I know totally yes. So like when the Switch 2 comes out, this might be less appealing.
This is not appealing at all, is what I'm trying to say. This is not for anybody.
Oh, it will be.
The
There's
people that
people.
want a game like that already have Nintendo Switches or Steam Decks.
I know, but a lot of
They're
these
already
games
in those.
are not on the Nintendo Switch. Like if I want to,
No, I'm
if I want
not.
to play God of War Ragnarok, and I want to play it handheld, I got it, and you have to have a PlayStation Portable.
The big quadruple A system you're going to play. What is the screen resolution? Isn't it only like 720p or something like that?
It's 1080.
Yeah, I don't.
But Steam Deck is 800p.
Yeah, but that's fine.
You were just saying that 1080p is not fine, but your 800p is fine. Shut your damn mouth, you weirdo. I don't. I'm interested in it.
My point
it has to work. If it doesn't work, if the remote play works better than like these other devices, like remote playing from your phone, then that's a plus. If it doesn't work as good and there's still issues, then yeah, it's gonna suck. I'm not interested in it.
But it's going to be the exact same thing as your remote play from your phone.
No, a dedicated device could possibly be better. There is also this thing called this PlayStation Link new technology that they're talking about that it uses that might improve it. Like if it has like the capabilities of like the Wii U gamepad, the Wii U gamepad is better than remote play.
Mostly I would agree with that. Yeah.
So if it can have like some kind of technology that you can use in your home. Because I like playing in other rooms or like playing in bed.
Which is
like
fine, which is what I would want, but not at that price range is what I'm saying.
I agree.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm trying to see beyond just playing it in the house and taking it somewhere, and I just don't see that as being feasible. But if you're on your own Wi-Fi and you have faith in your own Wi-Fi, yeah, it's fine. But it's fine for like $130, not for $200.
It's only $60 extra dollars. You've spent worse money. You've spent $60 worse dollars than that.
Sure, I have.
You have.
One of the things I acquired this week, which you said was bad.
Oh, the limited run games thing?
Yeah. The limited run.
See?
The NES Compendium of Endings. It has endings from a ton of Nintendo games on there.
If this thing lets me take my PlayStation...
Congratulations, you are a wiener.
My PlayStation library kind of on the go... When I say kind of, then that's exciting. Like if I could have used this thing, it would have worked. Remote play would have worked somewhat okay, decently on my vacation. That would have been awesome. But I already have a Switch, so like, yeah, I mean, it has a very small use case even for me.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the new tech.
I don't see it as new tech though. I mean. Sure, that PlayStation Link, and I did see that where you could hook up Bluetooth headphones and whatever else.
Oh no, it doesn't have Bluetooth. It uses new proprietary technology for wireless. So like my Pulse 3D headset that I bought with the PlayStation 5 won't work with it. It has no Bluetooth capabilities, which is very
they're going down that same road that Doom the fucking Vita with that proprietary super expensive memory card. Which the biggest I ever got was 32 gigs.
This is a wait and see, but more than likely, this isn't going to be like something that if I do, I probably will end up getting it, and it just got to see how it works. It's going to be
another PlayStation TV.
I just got to see how it works. It's not going to replace like my Switch. It definitely won't.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like a luxury item. I don't think it needs to sell a lot. They're probably making a decent amount on it at $200.
Which is probably why it's $200.
Right, because they want to make a lot of it. Yeah, totally.
instead of making money on quantity, they're going to make it more expensive and sell less.
Yes. Okay, we got to
I see what you're doing, Sony.
we have to rapid fire these next two topics, so I'm gonna go on a really quick rant. Did you see about the Metal Gear Solid 3 not the Metal Gear Solid 3, the Metal Gear Solid collection? Did you see what they did with this with the Switch version?
Yeah, it makes sense. I have no issues with that because it's 30 frames per second, 720p handheld, but then 1080p docked.
They're using the freaking Vita version to port it to Switch. This thing could
You're
be
talking about
60.
that.
Yeah, it could be 60 frames per second. What the hell is the problem? All those games could be 60 frames on the Switch.
Yeah, they could, but
The freaking game
I don't know.
was 60 frames per second on the 360.
I'm not buying it on Switch, so.
Ridiculous. Utter ridiculous.
Are you going to get it on Switch or are you going to get it on PS5?
I don't know now. I'm waiting for reviews. Lazy ass shit.
Wait for the Digital Foundry review.
Right.
That'd probably be the best
And it's not gonna. I don't doubt there. I feel like the whole collection is not on the cart, so probably not. I think we've already known that.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
You're going to have to download those Nintendo games.
Yeah, so probably, and I guess the original one is like the original resolution. It's not even upgraded.
It's
like
probably just a port of the PC version I have.
It's like three or 400 something p, I believe.
You could go buy that version on good old games.
Lazy ass Konami. Just when you think that they're gonna get wins, they're lazy.
Well, Konami, we got lucky with was that Konami that did Shredder's Revenge?
No. I think
it wasn't. It was Dotemu.
Dotemu, yeah, because they don't own the license anymore, I don't think.
But we got lucky with the one that they did, the Cowabunga collection and those Castlevania collections and Contra collections. Those aren't as feature filled as a lot of other retro collections. Looking at the Sega ones, the Capcom ones, they're nowhere near as feature filled as those, but we got lucky with them that they're as decent as they are.
Yeah.
Really, because Capcom just signs off on everything. Look at that last Contra game that came out, the full-fledged Contra game. What the hell was that thing called? I got that. That game's a piece of shit. Is it just called Contra?
This is gonna be this last topic segment here is gonna be what's grinding my gears, and that's fucking PC players ruining everything. PC players are a scourge. They're criminals. They should be locked in jail. They ruin everything. They screw up everything for everybody.
Why is that?
I don't know if you saw that. Is it Denuvo? Denuvo is now in Switch.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why do you think that is?
Why would Well, they didn't say it was in Switch. It's just
it's
capable.
available now. It's available now to use.
Any developer that puts Denuvo in their Switch games are fucking morons because
it lowers performance, or it drains performance. It's a performance drain on PC.
Crazy, like it does that, and the Switch is already old tech. To put it in there is just insane. I don't think anybody's going to do that. Not with Switch 2 on the horizon.
Nintendo probably will. I think Nintendo
One final topic.
I think Nintendo.
I don't think so. Nintendo
They're
probably will try their own proprietary.
They're tired of these fucking PC scumbags. That's what they are, scumbags. They're tired of them stealing their IP and their games. PC players are always ruining it for everybody. The worst kind of gamer. Right there.
Well, sir, I'm happy that I ruined your day.
They're the worst kind of gamers, PC gamers. Gamers.
And I'll gladly ruin your day tomorrow.
GAYMERs. Okay, what's your last topic?
The rumored Switch release and price. Did you see that?
Did we go over this one recently?
It dropped recently, like in the past week, that it's supposed to come out next year.
Yeah,
I think I saw October.
$449 or something like that.
Yeah, $449. What do you think of that?
Woo. I'll buy it for sure, but that seems like it's high for their market that they are going after.
And also, there's like more tidbits of like upgrading your games to Switch 2 games for $2.99 or something like that. I saw
$2.99.
it was something crazy like that.
I would. I
Well,
mean, I would.
that's not that crazy.
I would
but
totally. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I would do that. That's not very expensive. So
yeah, I probably would too.
I'd upgrade all of them for that. $4.49. I would totally pay for that. But yeah, that's seems like that's expensive for.
Man, you're jumping on there early. You don't even know what it looks like or what the power of behind it
Nope,
is. You're just
don't
like,
need
Switch
it.
2, gimme.
Yep.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
100%. I'm in. I ranked it as my second favorite console of all time. And I wanted to do first, but I don't think you talked me out of it. Remember?
I think so.
So yeah,
I don't remember
for
what was
sure.
first at this point.
PS2.
Was PC.
PS2. No, that's for bad people, criminals. They belong behind bars.
Lock me up. I'm gonna ruin your day again tomorrow.
Can't stand them. It's ruining my life. These PC gamers.
Yep. You gave me your PlayStation VR to try to change me, and
I did.
I just can't change.
Yeah. Yep, I did, and I was hoping it would work, but it didn't work. I'm just basically just auto picking anything in this game, and I'm cruising here. I need to make it more difficult.
That will happen.
It gets. I love this game. It's one of the best games I've played this year.
Yeah, is it Game of the Year?
No, but
Can it be considered for Game of the Year
it
since
came out
it got
last
released?
year. I mean, it came
That's
out.
true.
Could be considered for Switch Game of the Year.
It could be, yeah. But
Switch
I doubt
best
that.
bang for your buck.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, all right, sir. I got to go to bed. That was a show. That was a good show.
Damn fine show.
You just make sure to keep an eye out of your window because I will be calling the police on you since you're probably stealing something since you're one of those PC gamers. Just giving you a heads up.
It's okay. I'll leave the door unlocked.
I'm looking to report a theft, IP theft.
Man, I'm just playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, go bone your party.
You could bet your ass I will.
Which your very moral lifestyle you live.
Well, that would be great if it had STDs like in Fable.
That's funny.
Just spreading STDs to all my party.
Are you excited? Next, no, Starfield reviews will drop after we record next week. There seems to be a lot of buzz. Seems to be a lot of buzz going on. PC?
Yes.
Okay.
Hell no, am I playing at 30 frames per second? You're a crazy man.
Oh yeah, you were like, I think 30 frames per second, dude. These games are good. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with 30 frames per second, but when you have the choice,
Oh yeah,
I always choose PC.
You're like, oh, I think this Xbox Series S is not going to hold the console back.
That I never said.
I think
but
Redfall's a good game.
No, it's an okay game, but not good.
Where's that 60 frames per second Redfall patch at?
Yeah, that's a good point. I might go back to it if they did that.
Yeah. They lied. They're liars over there.
They are.
Chicksters and liars.
But at the same time, any developer that says it's too hard to develop for a Series S at the same time as a Series X, yeah, they're a damn liar. Lazy ass
devs. Oh, that's.
That sounds like a new show.
Oh God,
Next Tuesday on Lazy Ass Devs.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny. All right, that's a show. Thanks everyone for joining us. We will see you same bat time, same bat channel.
Adios.
For Rebel Blood 80, I'm Fusion 46. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Fusion numbers.
Fusion 6-4 Fusion out.